Hello everyone, this is Logan, and welcome to Day 3 of Microsoft Week. Today on Microsoft Week, I'm going to take you back to a time when laptops were barely considered portable, but we used them anyway because it was all we had. Say hello to the Dell Inspiron 1720. Good God, this is freaking huge. In fact, just for a size comparison, this is the MacBook Pro 15-inch. This is the 2012 model. But see if you can notice how much this computer is dwarfed by this really big computer. Absolutely massive. Yes, and I am doing this computer because someone somewhere requested that I do it. And I had to figure out how I could make this vaguely watchable, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. So, let's take a look at what you can ram into it. That's a good start. Here's a PCMCIA card slot, or an internet card slot. I don't know if they're two different things, or I don't know. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Maybe I'm a monkey's uncle. Perhaps that's it. And you also have this little ejection thing, which is a bit pointless since you can just get your fingernail in there and get it out yourself, but, you know, I don't know. We also have a wireless on-off switch, and that's pretty much all there. On the front, we have some media controls, which is something even the Mac doesn't have. With the Mac, it's really kind of weird to do it. You have to, if you want the media controls, you either go into software or you get the buttons on the keyboard. I don't know why I'm comparing this thing to Mac so much. This is considerably older. We also, again, so we have mute, volume up and down buttons, and play, fast forward, rewind, that sort of thing. Don't know really why I said rewind, because there is no kind of analog tape in there to rewind. I don't know, it's just one of those terms that we just carried over from the analog age. You know, like, I'm going to tape something on DVR. So we have the 3.5mm headphone jack and this weird proprietary microphone jack, which really got on my skin. Like, I can't use this, well, I was going to use this for, like, live streaming, but I couldn't do that because it has this weird thing, and the only way I could do that, well, assuming, is just buy some kind of converter that's probably really expensive and really, just rarer than hen's teeth. We also have a compact disc player, DVD writer, and DVD player, which is quite advanced for its time, but, nothing to write home about now. We have VGA. That's something that was pretty darn common back then, and well, most computers, I don't see most computers with that now, but I guess they probably still exist. This? I don't really know what this is. I think it's some sort of firewire, but I have no idea. Actually, it says something, but I can't quite read it. So I'll just leave it alone. This is either firewire or some form of micro USB. I don't know. We also have a modem cable for plugging in your space-age dial-up modem, which, to be honest, was pretty outdated even when this computer came out. And we have 2 USB ports. Also, again, just, give an idea of how old this computer is. It actually gave you an option of dial-up modem. On the back, as I have to do this one-handed, we have S-Video, which is definitely something you don't see on computers anymore. We have, I think this is USB 1.0, and the other two were USB 2.0. I don't know, but I think that's how it is. We also have a AC adapter. That is quite important if you want to keep it on a charger and possibly charge it. We also have, this is Ethernet, and we have just another USB port just for giggles. So, let's take the battery out just because we can. You do that, this is actually really easy to take the battery out of the computer. You just, You just pull this little tab and this little tab, and you can take the battery out. It's a pretty big, as you can see, pretty big laptop battery, but, you know, still something worth mentioning. You can actually take the battery out on this, which is, you know, pretty easy as compared to this. And not much else except, I don't know, actually, yeah, can you expand this at all? Well, technically you can. On the back, there are also some screws for upgrading the RAM, which, to be honest, this probably should have happened quite a while ago. Because, let's go into, actually, first of all, let's open this up, and then I'll get into technical specs as this thing boots on. Here is the big computer, even bigger. Alright, to be fair, this is a 17-inch computer as opposed to a 15-inch computer, but still, you know, pretty darn big. Let's close that and get it out of shot while we look at this thing. Actually, no, I want to point this out for one reference. When you make a big computer, or when you make a computer with a lot of real estate, take advantage of the real estate. Number pad. Apple, take notes. It's one of the things that gets on my skin, even though from what I heard, you can actually purchase external number pads, which is kind of nice. So, as I said before, we have, you know, your standard, you know, QWERTY keyboard. Really, well, pretty nice typing on this. I've never really been a fan of these, what do they call these? Chiclet keyboards, I think? I don't know. These sort of, like, plastic keys and that sort of whatever that laptops use because, you know, I just like regular, you know, keyboards. I grew up on, well, not only a PowerBook like G3 or G4 that had a standard, you know, keyboard, but also a Windows XP desktop that had a standard keyboard. Pity, those are, you know, pretty hard to find nowadays, but, you know, whatever. So here's the keyboard, here's the, trackpad. Never really been a fan of trackpads, and, well, this thing pretty much turned me off of them until I used the really nice trackpad on the Mac. It's glass, it's multi-touch, which is really nice. I just love the Mac trackpad, I'm sorry. Not a sponsor, by the way. And, of course, you have your arrow keys, you have your power button, and this, which takes you to Dell Media Direct, which is pretty unique. It's sort of like a media center on your laptop with a, you know, kind of different interface, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to work since I have updated this to Windows 8. So, let's power this computer on, and I would just like to mention the technical specs of this unit. It is rocking an impressive 2 gigs of RAM with a phenomenal 1.2 sorry, I can't even say that with a straight face. 1.2 gigahertz single-core Intel processor. So, yeah, not too good. On the bright side, this does really kind of boot up pretty fast, which is, you know, not typical of this computer. I don't know what the graphics card is. I think I saw something by Samsung, but, you know, that could be something completely different. And did I put in the password right? I hope so. Yes, I did. So yeah, as you can see, this is a relatively slow computer. Then again, I do have software on it, so that's probably, you know, gonna, you know, slow it down. And as far as hard drive space goes, I have no idea. I'm assuming somewhere along the lines of 150 to 200 gigs. So, because, you know, I've loaded quite a bit on this computer, and it is not very powerful. This is taking a while to load, even longer than usual. Then again, I haven't powered this computer on God knows how long. Jump cut. Alright, that's pretty much done. That took quite a little while, especially considering the computer had to restart a few times because it wasn't working properly. So, yeah, as you can see, not a very stable thing, but I blame that for a few things. One, I've installed quite a bit on this computer, and, you know, being Windows, probably could have, you know, gotten a virus or something like that. 2, the lackluster, you know, obviously RAM and hardware. And 3, the fact that when it was a new computer, it shipped with Windows Vista. Ugh. Yeah, if you haven't heard of the many problems that Windows Vista had, you are living under several rocks, and I want to know which rock you are living under, because odds are it is a pretty big rock, and you can pretty much isolate yourself from quite a bit of the world under that rock. So, let's take a look at this thing. I'm not going to go over Windows 8 all that much. I might do that in possibly day 4 or day 5 of Microsoft Week, but I will go over how the computer performs. So, let's, as you can see, it runs pretty smooth. Let's go into stocks. See how long that takes to load. Also, I would like to point out this screen is not very impressive. As you can see, it is a lot brighter here than it is here. And stocks is finally loaded. It will work on every such occasion, but really it is not very stable. And, you know, that's kind of Windows in a nutshell, but, you know, still. Let's see, what else can we do? Let's load up the music store for Xbox. So yeah, as you can see, it does take quite a while to load. But, you know, it still technically works, I guess. And now, should I test iTunes? No, iTunes is going to take too long to load. Let's just load up Safari or something. Oh no, wait, that's right, I don't have Safari. Let's load up Chrome and play a YouTube video. And we'll load up iTunes just to see which one loads quicker. Whichever one loads quicker, I will use. Google Chrome, it is. Alright. Well, fair enough. So, let's do that and type in YouTube so that I can maybe show off the audio and visual of one of my videos, except it didn't really type it in properly. Oh, fine, iTunes loaded. Let's just use that, since it popped up while we were doing this. A new version of iTunes. I don't have time for this right now. Also, well, that, and because I'm afraid that if I do that, it's going to update my thing to iOS 7. Oh, who do I care? Come on. There we go. So, let's play something. Let's play something off the Holy Diver album by Dio. There we go. Alright, that's enough of that. But, yeah, as you can tell, pretty powerful. Especially considering this is the size of the speakers on the Dell Inspiron, and this is the size of the speakers on the MacBook Pro. I mean, you know, bigger speaker grills, bigger speakers, you should probably get better quality, but apparently not. Even though, I will say, as I point the speakers here, it does kind of degrade the quality a bit, so maybe the floor is just muffling it a bit. I don't know. All I know is that it sounds pretty dang good. So, that is pretty much it. I will say one last thing, though, about the video. It isn't very good. So, let's compare this to many computers. There are full screen and widescreen computers. This doesn't seem to be either. It seems to have its own bizarre resolution. And I can say this because it doesn't quite work with video, because it doesn't show with full screen. It shows black bars on this side and this side, and on widescreen it has this and this little black bar. So that basically means it can't do full screen or widescreen properly. So yeah, that's just one last thing I figured I would mention. Anyway, I'm off now. Bye.